It's not uncommon, especially in the digital age, to see an acronym mutate beyond a practical linguistic tool into mainstream slang. Examples that come to mind are LOL and FYI, but perhaps a more pertinent instance would be a word like DM, which, coincidentally, shares a lot with my chosen word, GOAT. See, much like DM, the term GOAT, an acronym meaning greatest of all time, is at a point sociolinguistically where it retains both its original practicality and has also manifested an entirely new use. For example, you likely wouldn't say I'm lolling, but you might say I am DMing someone, or as I'll explore later, I am goated. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we go further, let's examine the etymology of GOAT. The term popularly traces its origins to Muhammad Ali, someone who many would say is the GOAT boxer. His nickname, the Greatest, influenced his wife to title the company that handled Ali's post-retirement commercialization G.O.A.T. Incorporated. Following this, the term became commonplace in sports culture as a point of debate. Who is the GOAT? Interestingly, the acronym GOAT proliferated in sports circles at the same time as the term GOAT, all lowercase, meaning, ironically, an unappealing or injured player. Although this usage of GOAT has more or less faded into obscurity, overshadowed by the more goated GOAT, it too has interesting etymology. Portraits of World Series players with goat horns evoke Shakespearean reflections of the lesser man, who grew horns from his head after his wife would cheat on him. All this to mean, you couldn't be the GOAT and be a GOAT at the same time. In addition to the sports community, the term GOAT owes a part of its early 21st century popularity to its use in hip-hop circles, such as LL Cool J's album, GOAT, in the year 2000. So how does GOAT exist in the modern day? Much like other terms originating from niche or marginalized literary communities, the internet has heavily influenced and commandeered our contemporary understanding of the term GOAT. Although it very much still remains a term for sports debate, social media has allowed it to enter various other domains. Competitively, for example, GOAT debates continue through avenues like esports. That being said, the term's internet presence has also allowed the term to become rather diluted. More or less, to call something the GOAT can either mean that it is the greatest of all time, or that it is just really good in its respective realm. This is where we can circle back to the term goated, as I mentioned before. It's a result of the emergence of GOAT as a modifiable noun, as opposed to an acronym. For example, despite the fact that GOAT as an acronym implies one thing to be the greatest of all time, one may refer to multiple things as goated. Likewise, someone may say that their favorite sports player is their GOAT. Regarding the term's status, despite the prestige it's gained in the past decade in particular, its status as standard is questionable. As it pertains to standardization ideology, the highest sociolinguistic authority to have recognized it is the Oxford Dictionary. Yet, it still remains more prestigious than standard.